Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hope and I'm here with the messages you need to hear today. Make sure y'all like and subscribe the video and I'll keep coming back every week with a message for you. Today we are doing one pile, one big collective reading. So if it doesn't apply, it's not for you, try again next week. So we are doing runes and classic Rider-Waite Tarot. Let's get into it. All right, you guys. So I have pulled your tarot and your runes, and there are still a few tarot cards that I have not flipped over. I only flipped over the first row of 3 cards, and you only got 2 runes today. The first rune that came out was Thurisas, and the second rune that came out was Kaunas. So what I'm getting immediately just from the runes is a fear of power. And this could be you fearing your own power. This could be your guides potentially warning you of the dangers of wielding power, possibly getting hurt or sick from this possible misuse or mishandling of your strength, your power. So the cards that came out first was the Page of Swords reversed, followed by the 3 of Wands reversed, and the 3 of Swords upright. So I'm already getting a very distinct energy of immaturity, of not having a whole lot of experience, not having a whole lot of successful projects under your belt. And I think what they are hinting at as far as what could be holding you back is there's a fear of communication. There's a normally people are stereotypically seeing the 3 of Hearts as like a heartbreak card, as, you know, pain or healing and washing away pain or heartache, which definitely to me is talking about purification. But I think it's also talking about, I'm getting multiple things. Pain from truth, as well as pain from other people's words and other people's reactions to your words or your thoughts or your ideas. It could even be you yourself are the one who was placing these swords into your own heart. So it could be your own thoughts, feelings, or you holding on to these criticisms or this disrespect from other people and internalizing it, feeling like that there's something to work on within yourself. Now, of course, we had the 3 of Wands and the 3 of Swords, which is this double 3 energy. And 3 to me is all about communication and balance and harmony. And from what I see here, especially with the Page of Swords reversed, and then we have the 3 of Swords, there is an emphasis on communication and as well as creativity, collaboration, and experimentation. So especially in regards to the runes, clarifying power, and, you know, Kaunas can mean a torch, like a flame torch. It can also mean blister or disease. like an infection almost. So I'm going to flip over the other cards. Oh, very interesting. The first card I flipped over is the Page of Wands reversed. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed and the Chariot reversed. Okay. Even deeper message. Boundaries are the main thing I'm getting here, because I feel, especially with the Page of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles reversed, coming out with that Page of Swords reversed. Now, I was feeling this distinctly talking about you in this first row, but this second row I feel like is all of the people who possibly had put these swords in your heart, or as a result of the energy that you're in this first line of cards, you are attracting Page of Wands reversed and Knight of Pentacles reversed and Chariot reversed, where there is just this major blockage where nothing is moving forward. The energy is not moving forward. And you're attracting very unstable, manipulative people, those who do not keep their promises, unserious, uncommitted. I think what is coming through here from Spirit and from your guides is that they want you to be consistently contributing to whatever it is you're supposed to be doing, what you've been guided to do. And here's the thing, if you literally have no idea what you're supposed to be doing, working on these projects, this experience that I was talking about in the beginning, you need to spend and dedicate time to figuring it out, what it is that you are meant to be doing. But for what I'm getting with most of y'all who are going to watch this video, you already know what you're supposed to be doing. You already know what these negative thoughts in your head, or these criticisms from other people, this pain from your past, you know what it's been talking you out of. So you need to push through that voice and commit. And it doesn't have to be a ridiculous amount of time. Like, you don't want to spend 10 hours nonstop working on a project and then you completely burn yourself off and you have to take a break the next day, and then because you took a break that day, you forget then when you wake up the day after that day, and your consistency's out the window already at that point. So to me, I feel, even if you're not young in age, which maybe you are, that you are new or green still at something. And Spirit is trying to encourage you to start working and putting energy in so you can achieve some of this experience, so that you can move into the right place where Spirit needs you right now. So let us pull this bottom card. Yep. Keep moving forward. You have the Nine of Wands upright. Don't give up. Don't talk or overthink yourself out of doing what you're meant to be doing. Don't allow people, especially like Page of Wands or even a Knight of Pentacles reversed, like, don't get distracted or tempted away from yourself, from what you're meant to be doing, from your intuition. Because I see that it could possibly be well enough meaning people who think that they're giving you useful advice, but for the most part, the advice people are giving you is the advice that worked for them, and they're not necessarily taking into account the full context of your situation and your life and your internal world and the things that you might or very likely don't even share with other people. They can't take that into account with the advice that they give. Honestly, it's very gifted people who are able to give advice that's very tailored towards the person who needs the advice and not allowing their own bias to cloud their judgment in the advice that they give you. So honestly, I feel like you have allowed the voices of other people to beat you down or discourage you or break your heart or criticize you like too long, far too long. I think that you have, because there is this energy of perseverance. Like, I feel like you have resisted a lot of what people have tried to throw onto you or project onto you. I feel like the only kind of struggle or weak spot that I see for you is in the mental, in your mental and astral. So it's kind of astral being like these disembodied voices of the past, not like psychosis, but the memories of the words people have said lingering in your mind and negatively affecting your mood and just stomping out your power. But with this 9 of Wands, I see that you actually are very powerful. You are actually very capable of being a determined, focused individual. I see a lot of inner fire and inner strength that can be cultivated, and that's very much highlighted with Tursas and Kaunas, the runes coming out at the very beginning of the reading. Tursas is where we get this name Thor from, but it means giant. Thor's name literally means giant or possibly giant killer. And I explained what Kaunas means, but even still, that's like fire. And fire is definitely the element associated with wands, with creativity and passion, inspiration. I think that there is very much a strength to be tapped into, and it's just so sad and such a waste to let all of these other people distract you or lead you astray. I don't normally do this, or I haven't been doing it since I started reading again, but I'm really curious what the bottom of the deck is. I had a feeling it was either going to be the 2 of Cups or the Lovers, and it's literally Lovers reversed. So that's what I was feeling, especially with this Page of Wands, to just be really, really weary of any kind of romantic flings, friends with benefits, situationships, whatever you want to call it, dating around. Don't allow yourself to be distracted, and especially with the Lovers, like it could just be like, because 3 earlier was making me think of collaborations. You don't really want to collaborate with the wrong person. And I think maybe in the past you had failures associated with collaborations, and that could be like a creative project, or it can just be, like I said, a relationship or business partnership. Non-committal, manipulative, or just plain horny and out the door type people. Maybe you had one person who really seemed promising, but it just wasn't meant to be, that you weren't aligned, or you found yourself dragging your feet, or they were dragging their feet. Nothing was really moving forward or successful for you. But don't give up, because eventually you will find and attract a good partnership. But everything seems to be really quite centered on you and your growth at this time. So let this be your message to be very selfish, in like a healthy level of selfishness, and being very self-focused and centered on your world and your issues and your needs, before you start spreading your energy out to anyone else outside of you, or until you really feel like you have enough experience under your belt to bring somebody in to the situation. So these have been your messages. Thank you so much. If you watched all the way through, make sure you leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think of this video, or if you have any suggestions or questions, I would be happy to answer. And if y'all want a personal reading, all of that information is in my description down below. So thank you, and I'll see you next week. Bye.